Hey Alex, how you doing today?
What's up, Irfan?
So I wanted to bring this video together because we had a deal. We were going to close it, and then the client's printer failed. So, so, and I just couldn't help but think that there was not a problem with the printer, but a problem with the operations, right? You can't make a meeting because your printer fails. There's a larger problem there, and the problem kind of goes along with availability, right? So we see this often. It's kind of why people hire us. We see that people don't have the time to be available. They're so bogged down into work. And I wanted to have a discussion around it, and want to get your thoughts as well, because again, we've owned multiple businesses, and we've been non-available, and we figured out how to be available. I guess my first question to you is, what do you think it means to be available?
Yeah, it's really important, and it's not something that people maybe consciously think about, but it's being ready for business, right? It's being ready to take a call, it's being ready to answer a text. The core element of business is sales, driving revenue, increasing your customer base, serving customers. So in whatever business you're doing. So the less available you are, the less business you're going to do. There's so many stories about how people miss out on, especially in something like wholesaling or selling your house or even real estate agents. People call, and if someone doesn't pick up, they're calling the next company or the next person right away. They don't have time to call and say, oh, well, maybe this person will call me back tomorrow. And maybe the person does call back tomorrow, but the deal could have already been done. So it's really important to make yourself available for the most important high level revenue driving things as much as possible, especially in service businesses and real estate business.
Yeah. The only thing I would add to that is also like a mental availability, right? So how many times you get so bogged down with your day to day that you can't do sales outreach, or the vice versa? You're so into sales outreach, you can't do the work that you have to do to make money, right? So I think you also have to be mentally available as well. I think that's very important too.
Yeah, for sure. You want to eliminate as many distractions and small fires as possible and be able to block out as much time as you can to do the most important things.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, and at the end of the day, if you can make yourself available, you're not losing money, or you're making sure that you're making the money possible, right? So, I can't tell you how many times I've had phone calls or text messages about a house, and I've always tried to pick those up, try to make a deal happen, because sometimes that was the first call, right? And if I could make a deal happen, there wouldn't be a second call. And good friend of mine would said, like, I feel like not responding to emails, if I miss one email, it could cost me thousands of dollars, right? So there's real cost with not making yourself available, and real cost with not picking up the phone, not answering the email. So I think it's definitely very important in that regard. But I mean, we've been working with business owners. We are business owners ourselves. Why do you think most business owners struggle with that, the availability, keeping it available? What do you think is happening on the back end?
Well, multiple things. I think, first of all, they're doing too much themselves, right? So I mean, a lot of business owners who were successful got there just through raw work, and they're doing too much themselves, and they think they could do it all, and they're not delegating. They don't have proper systems. They're not automating. They have fears of delegating, perhaps, and they kind of are just always being reactive. They're not thinking proactively. They're not thinking, oh, well, yeah, I could build a system for this to prevent this in the future. They're just, whatever is in front of their plate, they're just handling. And that can work for a while for someone who has high energy and a lot of hours to spare. But eventually you're just going to run out of time and energy and resources, and you're going to start missing out on growth.
Yeah, and it's like a mindset shift that the business owner has to have. So we see it with our clients, where we'll engage, we'll sign contract, but there's like a second sales cycle to our business, where we have to continuously engage with the client and the business owner to make them comfortable with delegation, make them comfortable with automation, make them comfortable with these things that they've all been doing themselves for this whole time. So it's definitely like a learning experience, a mindset shift. So so I know you're the CRM man, software man. What is there to help out, and what is there to help make sure these business owners consistently create availability, and what are some techniques that you would suggest? I mean, we've pretty much done a lot ourselves as well. So we've built software. I'm sorry, we've implemented softwares. We've built teams, and then we were very proactive in making sure our back office was not our problem, right? So I guess if you could discuss a little bit about what you think the fixes are.
Yeah, there's a lot of fixes, and it comes down to part of it's organization, part of it's delegating, right? So, and building a team. So first, as far as systems, using a CRM or some sort of software to keep track of whatever you need to keep track of, whether it's clients, whether it's properties, whether it's different locations or inventory, whatever you need. Creating even simple things like automated replies to your emails, time blocking, just moving people. Even you just put on your vacation responder if you just need a day where you just can't even respond to emails. There's just really simple things you can do. You can.
One simple thing I'm thinking of is the calendar invites that I put in place on my email signature. That has saved me a significant amount of time, because just scheduling calls is now just look at that link that says book an appointment and figure it out yourself. So it's
for sure.
I'm
going to add that too. I'm going to add that to mine too. So yeah,
we're still building our own systems, right?
Yeah.
So it's never ending.
It's never ending. And yeah, but it's good. I mean, building a team, getting a virtual assistant, just thinking about anything you can do and I mean, this can apply to personal life as well. I'm thinking about things in my personal life and saying, okay, what is better off to just give to another person? And you probably already do that. A lot of people, they have house cleaners, or they order, Uber Eats or things like that. And you don't even realize it because you're like, I don't have time to like cook dinner or whatever. Well, why don't you just apply that to your business? I don't have time to fix the printer. Well, yeah, call someone to fix the printer, right? Or just call someone and say, hey, I need help managing my email box. Can you just handle this? I got other things I got to do. And that's totally fine. There's so many things. If you just sit and analyze what you're doing on your day to day, you'll be amazed. Even myself, I'm amazed, and I'm still coming up with ways of how to automate or delegate things and just be proactive, right? Just don't think about, I know it's tough in this day and age. It's hard not to just be proactive because you're only dealing with the most urgent stuff, and everything else simply just has to go to the wayside for now. But a little bit of proactivity can save you time. It'll eliminate some of those lower and mid-level tasks, so they're not nagging at you, so you have more time to focus on the high level.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Get rid of your small tasks with systems, with VAs, with anything possible, and go to the high level where the true money is made. So I think this is an excellent conversation, Alex. As always, I think our experience has led us to understand problems in the small business environment, especially in real estate. Just want to get any final thoughts on availability and what it means to you, and what it can mean to business owners as well.
Availability is, I mean, the tale is all this time. Time is money. So it's never been truer in 2025. Time is money. People move on. Unfortunately, they're not loyal. It's just who's ever available, whoever has good reviews, and whoever can get the job done. It's not about necessarily answering, a text message as fast as possible. It's about, is the person, doing like what they're supposed to be doing in an efficient way and getting the job done.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly what we help with, right? We help business owners do what they're supposed to do, whether it's construction, whether it's sales outreach, whether it's running the visionary portion of their business. We're trying to alleviate them from the pain of running their business, pain of software implementation, pain of hiring, and then pain of operations, right? So I think we've identified where the pain comes from in business, and we're seeking to help fix that. So if you're seeing yourself with little availability, feel free to reach out to either myself or Alex, and we look forward to having our initial conversation. So look forward to talking to you there.
Yeah, book an appointment in our email signature.
Awesome. Talk soon, guys.
See ya.